Welcome to Malaysia Kitchen Australia. I'm MK reporter and I'm here with our ambassador, Alvin Kwa. Welcome, Alvin.
Good to see you again.
Now tell me, what are we cooking today?
We're making a seafood laksa, so from scratch.
Yum, from scratch. That sounds like really hard work.
No, this is really easy. All my stuff, all my recipes are really easy. It's all about getting the right balance, the right ingredients, and you're ready to go.
Well, Aussies love our seafood, so I'm really looking forward to this, a seafood laksa. I won't get in your way.
Great.
Away you go.
Let's do it.
So we're going to start making my laksa today. It's a seafood laksa. Let's start making the paste from scratch. So we've got some garlic and ginger. So all it goes into the food processor. We've got some candle nuts here. Now that's been soaking in water for a bit just to soften it a little bit. Now candle nuts are really good for laksas. They give it that creaminess into it. Like if you can't find candle nuts, try harder. But if you really can't find candle nuts, then you can use macadamias as well. So nice and Australian. So we can actually add some, we're going to add some chopped onions. So this is just roughly chopped, so they're all just going to go in there. Some small bird's eye chili. So these are, I'm leaving the seeds on because we like spicy food. So we're going to check that in. We've got some dried shrimp as well. Now dried shrimp, again, seafood laksa. The laksa paste itself is actually it's just an intense seafood paste. So we're going to add the dried shrimp. We're going to add some turmeric powder. So this gives it that color, about a teaspoon. We're going to add some lime rind. This gives it that lovely sort of fresh citrusy flavor. Now Vietnamese mint, so we need a good bunch, so about a tablespoon. Now we're going to add the shrimp paste. Now we're only going to add 1 teaspoon, so we're not going to add the whole block. Now this, if you want to, you can actually toast them fairly gently on the flame, so that gives it that extra sort of toastiness, but you don't have to. We've also got some coriander powder, also a teaspoon we're going to add in. I think that's all. So we're going to put a little bit of oil to lubricate it, and then we're going to grind it all together, and then that's going to be our paste, and then we can start making the laksa. So just about a tablespoon. Now, we're going to start whizzing. Now, we're just going to tip these prawn heads in there. So it smells nice and sort of pointy. Now, if you can see, it slowly changes color to this nice sort of orangey, sort of gold sort of prawn oil. And that's what you want. So there'll be a lot of splattering. So if you're a kid trying this at home, do it under adult supervision. So we're all done with head now. And this is a great way, if you don't eat the heads, this is a great way to actually use it. You know, like we're talking about sustainable eating these days, and we want to use the beast, you know, from head to toe. So why not use the prawn heads as well? So add the paste. Now that's smelling really good. If you need to, add a little bit more oil, but this is fine for me. And once you get that lovely sort of fragrance, you can actually start adding your stock. Now the stock that I'm actually using is actually a combination of chicken stock and fish stock. I love fish stock. It actually gives it, again, it's a seafood laksa. So go with, if it's a chicken laksa, then use all chicken stock. But it's a combination, so it's a total of 1 liter. So we're going to add them in. So once it starts to come to boil, you can actually add the coconut cream. So we'll do that. Now there's variations of laksa. So there's like the health conscious laksa, which everyone uses, you know, light cream, you know, like the 70% less fat. Meh. Like I love, like, what's the point of having laksa when it's going to be fat free? You're not going to eat this every day unless you're in Malaysia. Trust me, we eat this for breakfast. And God, it's good. So we're going to bring that to boil as well. And then once that comes to boil, we'll start adding all the other ingredients. So the prawns, the fish balls, the tofu puffs. But now is when the balancing sort of starts. So you want to taste it. Now, if you taste it right now, it's going to be fairly creamy. And it's going to be fairly, you know, kind of raw, so it's not ready yet. So this is when you start adding little bits and pieces. So you add by splashing a couple of drops of fish sauce. When a couple, I mean, you know, about a minute of splashing. So we're going to add a bit of sugar to flavor that. And then we're going to squeeze some lime juice in. Just been sitting there. So the idea is you want to find a balance. So when you're actually flavoring, you kind of need to sort of go, okay, that needs a bit more fish sauce, so that needs a bit more salt. Now then we're going to add the prawns in. Righto, so once that's in, we're going to add the balls, fish balls, and the tofu puff as well. So we're ready to plate up. That's sort of nice and percolating away. So we've got our lovely bowl of vermicelli here. We're going to top it with a little bit of bean sprouts, and then we're going to start scooping all these lovely, look at that. So we want to start with maybe some tofu puffs. We'll just put it there. So we'll have some fish balls as well. Maybe a couple of prawns, and then we're going to spoon the soup over that. Now, then we're going to top it with a little bit of coriander, a bit of shallots, and if you do want for a bit more contrast, we can add a bit more bean sprouts. So there you go. How easy is that? Seafood laksa, Alvin style.
I followed my nose and look what I found.
Always
A
ready for the
seafood-
taste. Good? Where's mine?
To try some amazing Malaysian cuisine, make sure you head to your local Malaysian restaurant. All restaurants listed on malaysiakitchen.com.au. And you can keep up with all the action on our Facebook page, facebook.com/MK Insiders. Don't forget to visit us at the Sydney Good Food and Wine Show and the Perth Good Food and Wine Show in July. See you then.